Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters of the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another one of our new product announcements and new product reviews. And today we're going to take a look at a new fly reel from the Lamson Reel Company. You know, I'm a big fan of click-and-pawl reels. You've heard me say this before. I love fishing click-and-pawl reels on light rods. Heck, I'm even starting to use them on big rods for that matter. I've now got a click-and-pawl reel that I'm using for redfish. Our good buddy Flip Pallet loves to fish click-and-pawl in the salt water. You're going to be hearing a lot about that moving forward. But anyways, Lamson has just come out with a new fly reel called the Purist. And it really lives up to its name. Anyway, let's do this first because this is legitimate. A legitimate unboxing. Been a while since we've done an unboxing, but here we go. Because Lamson, believe it or not, when Lamson came out with their new boxes, which they had to because they changed their name from Waterworks Lamson to just Lamson. They finally ditched the Waterworks. So they came out with new boxes and they actually had to send out an email with instructions. Seriously. But the Lamson box, it has you can't open it from the top. So this is a legitimate unboxing. If you do get one of these, it's gonna come in this really nice box. Lamson logo on top, descriptor here, but you have to open it from the bottom. Makes no sense. It is what it is. So what you do is you just kind of reach in there and you pull these two flaps.
Wow.
There you go. And then fold these two back.
Okay.
It's like a Chinese takeout box. Yeah, it's like a Chinese takeout box. So, and if you didn't watch this unboxing or read Lamson's email, I mean, you might struggle with this for hours. So we really feel like we're doing a service that from the bottom, fold these out, and voila, here you go. So on to the reel. I'd like to introduce you to the Lamson Purist. And there is one, and there is another color, is the color whiskey. This is the other size, which is the Purist 5+. These are the Lamson Purist 3+, and this is the 5+ size. Let's talk about these reels, finally. For those of you that didn't want to watch the beginning in the unboxing, just fast forward to 224. Anyway, Lamson says, a purist insists on adherence to traditional rules and structures. The Purist 2 is a modern exception with a rich heritage. Composed of only 15 individual parts, the Purist 2 functions flawlessly with minimalist efficiency wrapped in reimagined form. Featuring a click-and-pawl design, the power is literally in your hands, and yes, the clicker sings. It's a really, really, really pretty sounding reel, both directions, I must say. Drawing inspiration from its ULA, the original Waterworks ULA. If you remember 25 years ago, the Waterworks ULA was a smash success. We used to sell tons of them. But this is a descendant, and this reel flaunts a super large arbor with a 30% increase in average line retrieval and defying conventional limits while maintaining the minimal mass of its predecessor. Accompanied by a fortified frame and a sleek, narrow profile, this is truly a fly reel in its purest form. And I would agree. I do already own one of these. I can't wait to use it. In fact, I'm going to be taking it out to Montana with me later this fall. And I love fishing my fiberglass rods and click-and-pawl reels. It's going to be a lot of fun. So super simple. I mean, hardly anything to it. But really, really beautifully made reels. I mean, this is really almost like a work of art. Very sleek, very sexy kind of lines to this reel. I really like these, and they just feel, I mean, that's just like butter. And you know, you're going to hear us talk a lot more about this moving forward, but drag on a reel might be the most, in freshwater especially, drag might be the single most overrated thing in the sport. That along with expensive fly rods that, anyhow. It's the Purist 3, the diameter of 3.5 inches, 0.75 inches on the width. It weighs a whopping 2.7 ounces. I mean, there's nothing there. And this is for rod weights 2, 3, and 4. And it will hold nearly 160 yards, I believe, of 20-pound test backing. The Purist Fly Reel, wait a minute. That says the capacity it'll hold 460 yards of backing with a 20-pound test. We need to figure out what the truth is. And it'll hold 60 yards of 20-pound backing with really any of those. Obviously, maybe a little bit more with a 2-weight or a 3-weight. But it's more than you need for freshwater. But of course, you always want to fill up a reel to its capacity so you get the highest crank ratio. But even with the fly line on, this thing is not going to weigh. You're hardly going to know it's on the rod. Really super cool. I mean, the more I play with these, the more I like them. Anyhow, the Purist 5 has a 3.8 inches in diameter, a width of 0.8 inches, 3.1 ounces, and it's for 4-weight, 5-weight, and 6-weight rods, and same backing, 60 yards with a 6-weight. You'll get a little bit more with a 4-weight or a 5-weight. Of course, if you're buying it from Mad River Outfitters and you get a fly line to go with it, we'll put the backing on, the proper amount of backing on there, and the backing, of course, is on us. Again, the Lamson Purist, or often referred to as the Purist 2 fly reel, comes in 2 sizes and 2 colors. This is called the Tribute color, this is called the Whiskey color, and this is the 3+, and this is the 5+. Fantastic fly reels. Really, really glad to see companies starting to kind of go back, kind of retro. Fiberglass rods are really, really making a strong comeback, and excited about that. Again, I've got a fiberglass rod and a click-and-pawl reel that I'll be taking to Louisiana here in a couple of months to chase giant redfish. For those of you that might be interested in a really fine piece of gear, the Lamson Purist Fly Reel click-and-pawl, available at madriveroutfitters.com. So, as always, friends, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell icon so you don't miss an episode. You get notified. Hop on over to our website. Register for our monthly newsletter so you keep up on what we're doing and where we're going. And as always, stay tuned because we've got a ton. I'm just not going to run out of things to talk about. So we've got a ton more content coming your way. So thanks as always. We appreciate you.